In the kitchen, I'm chatting with Chef Erin from Orchard Fresh. We're chatting right now because I'm so happy for you and want to congratulate you. You won an award for the recipe that we're going to be making today, your Mediterranean chicken meatballs. Tell us a little bit about the competition.
Yeah. Well, actually, there was a national competition for supermarket chefs in Chicago in June. Hundreds of people applied, and they took about 25 of us. And we went and did a live competition.
So cool. Yeah, kind of like something you might see on the Food Network.
Exactly.
Okay, so how was it? How did it go?
It was super fun. A little bit of pressure.
So you had to prepare it for the judges and get judged right there.
You had 20 minutes.
Amazing.
Start to finish.
That's it, just 20 minutes?
20 minutes.
Okay, so you won your award. Which category was it in?
It was our mini meals or appetizers.
Very nice. Was it so nerve-wracking to watch the judges?
It's nerve-wracking until you get into it, and then it's just, you're doing your thing.
All right, tell us a little bit more about this recipe. We're going to be making it today in honor of your big award today. So what are we going to be using?
We are using all the beautiful ingredients that you see here. I based the meatballs on a recipe we sell at the store, which is the Mediterranean chicken sliders. So it's a ground dark meat chicken, Dijon, garlic, shallots, tarragon, dill. It's healthy, it's beautiful,
and some great summer flavors here too. We're using a lot of fresh things.
We have some tzatziki sauce with it.
Oh, very nice. Do you make the tzatziki yourself?
Of course.
Oh, so cool. So you're going to teach us all how to make that today.
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right, very cool. We have about 30 seconds left. Anything else people need to know about your Mediterranean chicken meatballs before we toss it over to Todd?
Not at all. I think we're good.
All right, that sounds good. We're with Chef Erin, the award-winning Chef Erin, and her meatballs today in the kitchen from Orchard Fresh in Orchard Park. Right, welcome back. It is certainly a fun Friday today in the Winging It kitchen. We have Chef Erin back from Orchard Fresh making up her award-winning Mediterranean chicken meatballs, and we're getting started off with what I think is the best part, the
tzatziki sauce.
What is the correct way to say it for everyone?
You know what? Everybody has their own way and their own spelling.
All right, that sounds good.
Our dish really has two components. One is our tzatziki sauce. The other is the meat mixture that we're going to make. So we'll do our tzatziki sauce first. It is just so simple. A yogurt that you like. I did a Greek yogurt because it's thicker.
Okay.
We're going to do
plain, right?
Plain.
Okay.
Absolutely. Low fat, no fat is fine. We have some fresh mint, fresh lemon zest, cucumber, and garlic. Super simple.
All right.
So what I do with my mint leaves is kind of stack them on top of each other, roll them up, and then we're just going to cut super thin slices.
Okay.
Known as a chiffonade.
And you want a really sharp knife when you're doing this,
A sharp knife. I sharpened my knife this morning. Always sharpen your knife before you use it.
Any good chef will tell you that.
Absolutely. So your handy zester, I like to do the zester with the cucumber because it gives the tzatziki a little bit of a green flavor.
Okay.
I mean color, but flavor also, which is kind of nice.
So we also do around the edges.
Yeah, and we use the seedless cucumbers because the skin is so thin and quite edible.
And cucumbers, it's a great time of year to eat cucumbers, right?
Get them from your garden, right? And a little bit of lemon zest. You want to be careful. Taste your yogurt before you add your lemon.
Okay.
Some yogurts are so tangy, by the time you add the lemon, it would just be a little bit of overkill.
And what makes it tangy? Just depending
on
what variety it is?
Yeah, the variety of yogurt, absolutely. And the lemon adds a tang, and then we just do also a little bit of garlic.
All right, that's about all the time we have right now. Our sauce is all done. We'll get started making the meatballs when we come back into the kitchen today with Chef Erin from Orchard Fresh. Well, that's right, we are hard at work over here. We have Chef Erin back from Orchard Fresh. She's getting started on her meatballs. We also have Kevin. We're going to bring you in just a second. Lots going on at the grocery store this weekend. How are we coming along, though? We're done with our sauce. What are we going to do next?
We made our sauce. It's always good to make your sauce ahead of time. Let it sit for a little while. The flavors come together.
Good to know.
We're picking our herbs. As you go through your herbs, especially tarragon, has this awful thick stem in the middle. It's not very palatable. So we pluck all the good herbs off of there. So we have our dill and our tarragon. We're going to chop this. We're going to mince our shallots and our garlic.
Okay.
We're going to add our Dijon, just a tiny bit of panko. It needs just that little bit to hold it together. We're working on a gluten-free version, though.
Nice.
And then we're going to make our mixture. After we make our mixture, we're actually going to test a small piece in our pan here to make sure the flavor is right.
Kevin and I can help with that.
Okay.
Yes, we will.
And Kevin, we're talking about, it's a weekend full of festivals here in Western New York, and that also extends to Orchard Fresh.
Yeah. What we're going to be doing this weekend is we have our Summerfest event, which is our biggest event of the year. We're going to have over 15 vendors inside of our store, live music inside and outside the store. We're also going to have huge deals going on, over 300 giveaways. It's just a really fun time for the store. We've found that these events do, really great for our store, and they're great for the community as well.
And why is it important to build a community around your product at Orchard Fresh?
You know, one of the biggest things for us when we opened up the store, I know we're still in our infancy stages yet, but was to really reach out and impact the community and make a difference, and that's huge for us. It really is.
And we're you must be so proud of Erin for bringing home that award, right?
Absolutely. You know, Erin was up there in Chicago, and when she ended up winning, we'd made announcements. Everybody's phones were going off. We put it all over the web. It was really great. Everyone was excited for her.
Okay, I'm going to take this off the bad burner, actually.
That sounds good. I got it.
How we coming along over here?
Good, good.
Yeah,
We're chopping up our
that's the
stuff.
bad one. Okay, so we're
Awesome.
chopping
So
up
we
all the-
have we have our spices and our aromatics all put together.
Okay.
I actually pre-made our mix so that we didn't have to get our hands into the raw meat, but I would add per pound about a tablespoon of Dijon, maybe 1/3 of a cup of panko, salt and pepper, our herbs and aromatics that you see here, and then we're gonna do just a sample batch. Make sure it tastes okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna let that cook for 1 second.
And when you're taste testing, what kind of things should you be tasting for?
You're looking for enough seasoning,
Okay.
not too much, not too little. You want to have a good balance of your herbs and your garlic. So this is a good thing. I mean, this recipe can be made with ground chicken, ground turkey, ground lamb even.
Okay.
You can make it into like the sliders that we sell at the store. You could use this mix and make it into meatloaf.
Nice.
So it's pretty versatile.
And how long did it take you to come up with this recipe?
Actually, when we were opening the store, we did a lot of test kitchen recipes, and this was just one of the ones that came out of it. And we loved it, and our customers loved it. So when it came time for competition, it was just one of many I entered, and they reproduced it in McCormick test kitchens, and it was a winner, I guess.
And there you go. So you
So
have it
there
at
we
the store
go.
pretty much every day?
We have them almost every day. We do rotate through different items. So if you're coming down specifically for these, please give us a shout
Okay.
before you come down, or just come down anyway.
And we should say you're on North Buffalo Road in Orchard Park.
You got it. So we're just gonna give that a minute to cook. Since I made it earlier, I know it tastes good. So,
She's confident.
yeah. The way I like to do these meatballs, it just keeps your hands a lot cleaner. It can even go a little bit faster as we put it into a pastry bag.
Okay.
Cut off the tip. You squeeze it out.
This seems very efficient.
Now you can make them as big or as little as you like.
What's another way you can do this if someone isn't so comfortable with a pastry bag?
Your hands.
Okay.
Hands in a bowl. I would definitely recommend picking up a box of gloves, maybe from a pharmacy.
Okay, so we're gonna have a full sheet here. How long will they bake off in the oven?
These take like maybe 10 minutes in the oven.
Can you make
Yes.
them on the grill in the summer if you want?
You definitely could, especially as a slider. Absolutely could. And we make these with dark meat chicken that we grind at the store.
And how
We
come
use-
dark meat?
Well, a couple things. Has more flavor. Has a little bit more fat, so that's going to keep your meatball moister.
Okay.
And it has more nutrients.
All right, that sounds good. Our sliders, our meatballs are coming along nicely over here in the kitchen. We'll be back
Get
to
these
wrap up this
oven.
whole cooking segment coming up at the end of today's show. Welcome back. It's time to finish things off in the kitchen right now with Chef Erin from Orchard Fresh. We already made up a Mediterranean chicken meatball. This is how we plated it up, and this is how we're presenting it today. Explain a little bit about what you did here.
This is similar to the presentation I did at the competition. So it's kind of cute because you can just grab your skewer, drag it through the sauce, and pop it in your mouth.
Very nice. And again, this is your award-winning recipe. Remind everyone what that recipe or what the competition was, what it involved.
It was FMI, Food Marketing Institute National Supermarket Chef Showdown. So it was a national
cool.
competition, and it was really cool to get out there and to meet other folks that do the same thing I do. We could talk about all the challenges that we all face together.
It must have been a wonderful
was
experience.
super.
Congratulations again to you.
Thank
and for our
you.
second help here right now, we're going to turn this into a little meatball bomber, right?
I did. We like to support our local vendors, so I brought our Pasta Peddler roasted red pepper sauce, which pairs really well with one of our house-baked rolls.
Pasta Peddler is big at all the local farmers markets. I saw
He's
them at the Larkin
awesome.
Market a
Yeah.
couple weeks ago.
They make
Very nice.
everything from scratch. They have this amazing pasta machine, but we carry all of their products.
Good to know.
So we can just turn this into a little bomber.
And talk to us about the bread.
And this is one of our house-baked breads, one of our artisan rolls that we have in the store. Every day I just cut out the top and I pulled some of the bread out of the inside because you could do a little bit back on top.
How fun.
But yeah.
I love it.
So we have 3 beautiful dishes. we could make out of basically one meat mixture.
Very, very nice. Thanks
Yeah.
so much for being here today. Chef Erin from Orchard Fresh. Orchard Fresh is located on North Buffalo Road in Orchard Park. My mouth is watering, Matt.
But we still have a lot coming up Monday morning that we want to talk about.
That's absolutely right. Coming up on Monday, we'll have Chef Mike in from Ristorante Lombardo in studio.
And of course, it's Monday, so that means we're going to check in with TMZ about all the Hollywood news you need to know.
And we'll find out about a food tour that will take you to some of the best restaurants in Lewiston.